Hey everyone, welcome to The Sanctum. This is Ale. So today's review is about Colette Baron-Reid's The Enchanted Map. And of course this is also based on the book she also wrote called The Enchanted Map. It is a Hay House exclusive. And one of the beautiful things is that the illustration she's always worked with is Jenna Della Gratellia Maldonado. She has worked with her since her very first deck, actually. So what's really lovely is that Jenna has the ability to develop her style through different forms and formats, and it makes it quite intriguing. So different times you'll see things that kind of remind you of other decks that come later or earlier, depending on where you're at. Hi, puppy. What you doing? Mr. Puppy is feeling a little bit better if you cannot see him. Hi, puppy. Say hi. Hi. There you are. Oh my goodness, you're on the film. Go away. So the Enchanted Map Oracle guide is actually probably one that I wasn't sure I was going to get, although I had the book. I have it as an ebook. And while reading the book, I know, you know you're distracting me, puppy. I know, you want food. Go eat your food that you have. Yeah, see, you have to be healthy now. Doctor says so. We're excluding you, poo-poo. He's like, but Mom, I want like junk food. You can't have that junk food that you were eating before, even though you loved it so much. Your liver cannot handle it right now. Okay, go on, go eat. Never get a cranky, picky dog that prefers to eat food that has like 5 billion different ingredients. And when you try to get him off of it and has to go on a specialized low molecular weight dog food to heal his liver, looks at you and goes, "Why are you trying to kill me?" Because you're actually trying to save his life, not kill it. But that's not how he views the situation at all. So, which is kind of actually a good thing about doing this review. Hi, now you're going to be over here because now you want paper. Yeah, he has pica, and his thing is paper. Part of it's because when he was rescued, that was his thing. So his journey, which is kind of what this goes into, is his journey is trying to get him healthy and off of his pica moment here. Because he's hoping that I will give him food like a cookie or something, or let him have paper. And since I am letting him have neither right now, I am like the most evil person on the face of the planet. Hi, sit down. Sit down. Sit back, relax. Enjoy the show. Yay, puppy. Yeah, you're not convinced either, right? Yeah, I knew you weren't. I was hoping. Thanks. You sit here and relax a while. Afterwards, we'll go play. So, with this deck, I'm going to show you some of the cards. The book is just like all the other books are. Perfect. It's called Perfect Bound. Black and white cards on there. Her definitions here are upright and reversed. Although, like she says in all of her books, reverse doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It does mean that you need to be more protective and realize that these are trying to point out something to you. She does do a meditation in here, which is quite excellent if you get a chance to do. She even gives you a sample reading. She talks about a 1-card reading, a 3-card reading, a 6-card reading, which is about past influence, the present, point of vantage, what you resist, unexpected help, the next right action, and the probable future destination. The nice thing is because she treats this as a map, the different people, places, things that you meet with this journey. What are you doing? I see you. Knock it off. Get over here. Come on. Come on. Knock it off. Sit back. Relax. Come here. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you can crawl under there. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Look, it's a book. Yeah. See? Thank you. So, we're going to take a look at some of the cards. Lay down. No, lay down. Lay down. So, puppy, knock it off and lay down. One thing is with his little thing right now, he is mega aware and mega antsy. Ah! Lay down. Come on. So he is ridiculously out of whack. My regular puppy needs to come back home because I'm about ready to have a fit with this one. But you'll notice that some of these cards will remind you of the Woto or the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, like Intention. Others are not. Protecting Treasures. But some of the style does remind you of that, like Stuck in the Mud. And I kind of like it because it, like the coming together. Which I like some of that because I love the Woto deck. It's one of my favorite decks. I use it a lot. Personal readings. And the readings I do for others. So for me, it is another way of bringing in things. I love this picture of home. This is probably one of my favorite cards of all time. If I could have it as a print to put up on my wall. There are just certain pictures in certain decks that I would just love to have. The Wizard. Peaks of Joy. Joy, joy, joy. Slow and steady. Ride the wave. Thank you, puppy. He's finally laying down. Solitude. Hoping he'll take a nap. Stormfields. Because I'm telling you what, he needs a nap and I need him to need a nap at this point. Ghostlands. Moonlight. So you can see that each of these cards, rock bottom, give a description or a place or a verb, cleaning the house, movement, coming to life, an aspect of your journey. Follow the leader. The mountain, which I actually like that one. It's kind of cool. Reminds me of the Lord of the Rings. The gentle gardener. Dry desert. Into the unknown. I kind of like that one. It's kind of a different feel. Talisman. Rescue. We're going to the rescue, rescue, rescue. Magical Map Shifter. Which actually would come in handy because it means that you're shifting the way and where you are. Balancing act. This is something we all do way too much of, and sometimes we get out of whack doing it. The Sacred Pool. Making a choice. Spirit of Place. I love this card. Look at how elegant and gorgeous it is. It is, I love how the butterfly is part of the eye design. Commitment. Education. Jen Bartel, if you ever watch my videos, please know that I would love one day to work with you on a deck because you are like one of my heroes when it comes to art, and you rock. And if I ever got a chance to make a deck with you, it would like be my honor to work with you on one. Just so you know. Deep Freeze. Field of Dreams. Metamorphosis. Magic Stream. Coming Apart. So you see a lot of these are really truly objects, places, things we do. And they're heal the ouch. Ouch! Oh, you're back. Goblins. So the cards really kind of give you a person, place, thing, a feeling, a location. So we're going to do a reading, of course. and I got some new crystals. I'm so excited, by the way. I got my new crystals. I got serpentine. I got some new carite, which a nice big piece, which I'm so proud of. I got some I got more bloodstones that I have to charge up. Thank you, Benabel Wynn, because who has me addicted to buying bloodstones now on a regular basis, like every month? That would be you. And emerald and fuchsite, which, oh my god, look at this, it is gorgeous. Oh, so, and I have to thank the Crystal Gem Shop for some of these lovelies. I also need to thank I Love Lotus for others of these, plus a few other places. I will put the links below. Some of them are Etsy shops that I have bought from, and they have been outstanding in service and in quality. I buy from them regularly, and I will be the first one to tell you that if you want to invest in some quality gemstones, crystals and stuff of that nature, for grid work, look at my sapphire. I love her. She is gorgeous. She is me, because sapphire is my birthstone. And look at this ruby. I mean, you do not get a ruby like this just anywhere. Knowing where to go for quality stuff, that you don't have to fuss or muss, that you can feel confident in, is something that is amazingly helpful. Like I even have my little bottle of black tourmaline and my little Larimar. It's nice because I know that I can go and get these things, get them better, and I actually like having these specifically for gritting. So having my little mini black tourmaline for gritting is like the most bomb diggity thing ever. So I will put the links below, and it actually fits right in with the mapping that we're doing right now. So we're gonna do a thing. And by the way, these cards, they're actually quite sturdy. They are probably 300 GSM, which is grams per square meter in weight. They are a glossy finish, if you can't tell. So they riffle shuffle quite well. They are pretty much regular hay house size, but they shuffle quite well. Just like pretty much all of Colette's do. If you saw the Goddess Power Oracle that I just got from Colette, you probably saw that those have the matte finish, so they're not as shiny, but you can see a little bit more clearer on things. A lot of artists and authors are going that way. I like both. I think a lot of it just depends on the topic and the way. Sometimes a nice little semi-gloss that has a little bit of a luster, yet has a little bit of a matte finish, so it's not too shiny, is really nice to have too. So it depends on what your tastes are and what you're looking for in a deck. And I'll be honest, with this deck, it's not too bad of a shine. See how that little, woo! So it's there. It's just not. And I have to tell you that I'm recently taking a course about deck creation from Ethany's Tarot Summer School. I will probably be part of that summer school symposium, making the whole summer school this coming year. So if you haven't seen any of the courses that she offers there, give it a whirl. If you're interested in things like learning more about yourself, a little bit more about tarot, chakras, things of that nature, awesome courses they offer. They're not that expensive, but they will give you quite the education to better yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to be learning a little bit more about our path for right now. So let's take a look here. All right. So what we're doing, rescue in protection mode, Field of Dreams in protection mode, slow and steady in protection, cleaning house in protection, and into the unknown in protection. So basically everything's all upside down for me. Sweet! So basically what we're looking at right now is that what we're feeling and doing right now, especially since we're in a lot of change, is things are kind of feeling jumbled up. But this isn't necessarily all bad. And a lot of you see things that are reversed and you begin to panic. So what I really need you to do right now is take a deep breath and relax. Okay, because one, you're not a damsel in distress. You don't necessarily need to be rescued. So rescue in reverse means sit down. You don't need somebody to come get you. You can do it yourself. All right? So let's talk about this. Let's talk about where we are and where we're going. Now, remember one of the things I told you about was I was going to talk about that we were going to talk about how to read the cards. Do we go in order from where we flipped them, or do we start from a certain different order? So since we're looking into what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish, we're actually going to look at this in terms of what we're trying to look at for what's coming up for us, or what are we trying to deal with. So one of the things that we're looking at is, when I'm showing this I'm looking at things from dark to light. It's one of the things, the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm noticing that there's a lot of darker cards. And then they slowly but surely get lighter. So that's how we're going to look at the cards right now. Now, other people will pick a different way to look at the cards. They may pick whichever way, and it's okay. Okay, there's no wrong way to look at the deck. Now the reason why I'm doing it this way is because, like I said, because I noticed that there's more dark cards to light cards. So it's like going from the dark to the light. So we're going from the darkness that is there for us to the lightness that we're trying to get to. So we're trying to look at what's happening and what we're trying to deal with. So one of the things that says into the unknown is we're talking about being inexperienced and overconfidence, that maybe we're not quite ready to take on some of the bigger changes that we're kind of being gung-ho for. Sometimes it's slow and steady wins the race, which is down here, which is in reverse, by the way. So one of the things we have to ask ourselves is simply the fact that wisdom comes from experience. You need to be alert, you need to keep your mind open, and don't assume you know everything in this territory, even though you may have tried this stuff before. Sometimes there's new things. Some things are hidden by camouflage. It's not the time for careless adventure. It's time to start making sure you've plot out what you want to do, and plot out smaller goals, little steps that you can take so you can double check yourself and make sure you've really accomplished what you want to do and go to the next step. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself going into an unknown place where you don't know what to do and you don't know where the way out is. Now, Field of Dreams in reverse. Now, one thing about Field of Dreams that, if you've ever seen the movie, is that you have to ask yourself, are these dreams yours, or are there somebody else's that they want you to live for them? Are you chasing dreams that are security focused? Are they dreams out beyond the blue? Or are they dreams that are truly yours, that are taking into consideration your talents, your time, and what you can truly accomplish in life? Because here's the thing about your dreams. Your Field of Dreams should accomplish the things that you are actually good at. If you make it, they will come. That was the big phrase from Field of Dreams. the thing is that that's not always true for everything we do. However, if we make it, some will come and some will like it, some will not. And we're prepared for that. But are you making it because you truly believe in it? Or are you making it because that's what you're supposed to do? Because if you don't truly believe in what you're doing, then you're not doing what you love, and you're never going to succeed and be 100% involved in it. You're not going to do what you truly love, and then it becomes a chore. It becomes work, not a vocation. And you really, really, truly need to think about that. You really need to bring that to the forth. Because if you're like, oh God, and I know people who are in college, and I know people who are in the workforce, that there are times that they wish they would have changed their major, or they would have wished that they had kept on with the original major that they had done, but they had switched because this was a better paying major. And now they're in a job that they feel like they're stuck in because now, God forsaken, they are paying off their loans, and this job is so boring and dull, and they absolutely hate it. They can still change it, they can still do it, but they've got to get off their duff and really put their mind to it and go after their dream. They have to be willing to start over. Are you willing to do that? That's what the key is here. Cleaning house. So usually when we talk about cleaning house, we're talking about getting out the dead wood. We need to make sure that we get rid of things that are unnecessary. Now, what we are asking ourselves with it being in reverse is, what are you keeping that may not be necessary? What are you clinging onto? That's right. I'm calling you out on it. I'm calling you out on this. What are you clinging onto that you shouldn't be clinging onto? And you're going, I'm not clinging on anything. Oh, bullshit. I see your bullshit and raise you a double bullshit. Because we all cling on to something from our past. We all cling on to something, whether it be little knickknacks, a whole bunch of crap of paper, books that we don't use, clothes that we say that we're going to lose the 25 pounds to fit into again, even though the style is like 10 years out of date, because we really didn't buy classic clothes that are good forever and ever, amen. And we will never lose that 25 pounds. We might lose 15. But that's the thing. You got to get real. We got to get with the program. We really, truly have to be dead honest with ourselves. Clean out what's truly not necessary. What from your past is holding you back, but you're clinging on to it because you have this blind hope that if you keep it, if you keep on to this thought process, if you keep on to hoping that if you do this, that this person will recognize you and believe in you, and suddenly they'll acknowledge you as being worthy. It doesn't work that way. Trust me. I'm telling you from personal experience. You can do everything they want you to do, and they still will treat you like shit. Sorry. Thing is if they've already made up their mind from the time you were a child, unless you win millions of dollars where they can get the money from you, you are suddenly and always will be nothing to them. Unless they can mooch off you, you're still going to be nothing. I hate to say it that way. I really don't like to say it that way, but that's what it is. And it blows, honestly. So clean your house. Really clean your house. Deep clean it. Figure out really, truly, what are you holding on to that may be actually hindering you more than you think? Because you're really hoping deep down inside, if you hold on to that, that little thing will come back. Whether it be a person, a clothing, that you can bring back something that's never going to come back again. let's talk about rescue. Like I said, you are your own hero. You don't need to be rescued. But the question is also, are you trying to rescue somebody else? Are you romanticizing this whole rescue situation? Oh, I will save them from themselves. Yeah, right. Ain't gonna happen. A lot of times people have to save themselves, otherwise they will not get better. Bottom line, it's how it works. You don't have to like it. It's just what is. Yeah, Shango agrees with me. He's just being a pissy pats. So, I don't mean it to say it where it hurts, but the problem is that if you don't rescue yourself and really be honest with yourself about your rescue, you can't rescue anybody else. And nobody else is going to rescue you in the way that you want to be rescued. There's no Prince Charming. There's no movie star or, well, I can't really say there's no movie star that come in, because I unfortunately or fortunately have seen people and have known people who've met stars of some kind, whether they be movie, TV, athletes, or whatever, have met people and have given them opportunities unlike anything they've ever had before, and basically rescued them out of a position and given them a chance that they would never have had otherwise. But it's a very rare, less than 1% chance of opportunity that happens. And they had to work their ass off, and they were getting somewhere and were noticed, and then they had that luck that gave them that opportunity. So you have to work at it. But you have to remember too that some people you can't save if they don't want to be saved. Some people you shouldn't waste your time on trying to save if they don't want to be saved. And the reason behind that is that you give them all your time and your effort and your money and you get nothing back. Does that mean that you're wasting your time, effort, and money? Well, yes, it is. But the other thing is that you're wasting your heart. You will be hurt and angry and upset. Why didn't they listen to me? Why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? Well, here's the thing. It's not about you. Get over it. Rescuing somebody means you do it for them. That's right. If you rescue someone, it's about them. And not all people are ready to be rescued. When people are ready to be rescued, they ask, hey, can you help me? I really have fucked up. I know I've never asked before, but this time is different. And people do fall down again. People aren't miraculously cured.